What are you doing?
Babe, there has been a murder.
Is that the Capture the Killer box?
Yeah, it is.
Isn't that the one we're supposed to play together and then review?
Yep. If you missed out on episode 195 of The Reformed Gamers, I got to sit down with Jeff Jackson and we talked about escape rooms, but we talked about how escape rooms are changing in light of COVID. One of the cool things that the company that Jeff works for, Escape Room Mystery, did was they created this escape room experience in the form of a subscription box called Capture the Killer, where you would get a set of clues each month that you would use to help find out who the killer is and solve a mystery from history past. Now, before I get further into this video, I do want to make it clear and apparent and known that they did send me the first 3 boxes for free in exchange for an honest review. But also, one of the cool things that Escape Room Mystery is doing for viewers of the TRG YouTube channel and listeners of the podcast is giving you 50% off your first box in the Evidence of Malice series on their website. All you have to do is when you go to the website, which link will be down in the description bar below, is use code DEER50. Words are hard. DEER. It'll be in the description bar. I'll type it out here on the video because apparently I can't spell deer. And so what is Capture the Killer exactly? Now, because I'm bad with words and all that stuff, you know, words are hard, I'm gonna read off this description that they sent over for this review. The premise of Capture the Killer is that you have been asked by a librarian? Why am I saying this weird? The premise of Capture the Killer is that you have been asked by a librarian named Astrid to help her fix the past by uncovering murders that were judged wrongly along with the help of the syncopaths. Each box comes with a series of documents to parse through, ranging from letters to flyers. Cryptically hidden within the documents are 5 to 6 different puzzles to solve to find out hidden information. There will also be 1 or 2 props that will also be used to solve a puzzle in the box. Evidence of Malice, the first series, is set in 1920s rural Georgia at a county fair. A little bit of background, just so you know, I have never personally been to an escape room or done a mystery box quite like this. I've always heard about them from different YouTubers like Bailey Sarian, who has talked about those, who is a makeup YouTuber that talks about some kind of true crime story every Monday while she does her makeup. My wife watches for the makeup, I watch for the true crime stories. Don't go down in the comments making fun of me for watching a makeup YouTuber. And I'll be honest, when Jeff was telling me about Capture the Killer, I was actually pretty excited. I was like, this sounds really cool. It's like an escape room in a box sent to your house once a month. Pretty cool. Now, as the title of this video suggests, along with the thumbnail, this is only going to cover the first box. So I'm not covering the entire series or boxes 2 or 3 in this video. That is a video that comes at a later date. Now, I can't really show you all of the evidence that comes inside the box, especially close up. You'll see it kind of going through in the B-roll right now. That's going a little bit quickly so you can see it. But I can say that the quality of the evidence and the materials that you get is pretty top notch. I mean, for example, you have a decoder ring that you'll use for one of the mysteries. You have letters, you have a newspaper that feels like it was clipped out of an actual newspaper. I gotta say, the attention to detail that went into crafting the materials or the evidence in this box is really, really good. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the premise of this box, or Evidence of Malice, takes place in 1920s in Georgia at a county fair after a community has been rattled by a series of mysterious deaths at the carnival. And so you're tasked to locate the killer or try to solve some of these clues to kind of give you some direction as to what's going on, who's behind it, and what you can do from there. As me and my wife were going through and figuring out the puzzles and looking at the different pieces of evidence, we realized that this is kind of like a more advanced version of Clue. And I don't mean advanced in a negative way or a super difficult way. It just means there's more pieces and puzzles that are more in depth and kind of more complex. Now, I do want to stress here that when you get your box, should you choose to pick one of these up for yourself, is to read everything in the box. I'm not kidding. Read everything very carefully. Because something that I didn't realize is that as me and my wife were working through the puzzles and we got stumped on a few, I was sitting there scratching my head and going, I have no idea what to do. How do I get help for this? And Jeff had to be like, dude, did you not read the bookmark that came in your box? It told you where to go if you needed hints. And I'm like, that's what I get for not reading everything in the box. So if you do pick this up for yourself, read everything in the box. It will give you clues, it will give you directions on how to finish out some of these puzzles and give you some hints as to other puzzles as well. It's kind of cool how they tend to work together. But let's just say you are like me, you're not very good at puzzles and you're kind of nervous to get into a mystery subscription box that has puzzles because you're just not that observant. The cool thing about Capture the Killer is that it has a few different tools to give you that can give you hints or clues as to what to do next. Some of those clues involve actually going to a website that'll give you some clues to solving different puzzles. And I gotta say, the website they set up for this to kind of be a little secretive and stuff to get the clues and all that, pretty stinking cool, not gonna lie. There's a lot of thought put into it and I liked using it and navigating it. Alternatively, you can email Astrid yourself and ask her for help or advice on a particular puzzle or some of the mysteries. So overall, I can say that me and my wife really enjoyed the first box of Capture the Killer. The puzzles were a little bit harder for me just because I'm not good at puzzles and I need to exert a little bit more brain power. Whereas my wife, who's a natural at puzzles, was able to jump into this and figure things out fairly quickly. Overall, we just both had a good time doing this. Just to mention again, dear listeners, that Capture the Killer is offering a discount code for members of our community using code DEER50. I think I said it right that time. You can go to capturethekiller.com and use our discount code to get yourself 50% off of your first box. Again, links to that will be in the description bar below. So we're looking forward to completing boxes 2 and 3, hopefully within the next month or so. With school starting up, it's gonna make it hard for us to kind of sit down and play through these different puzzles and get through the next couple boxes. But hopefully within a month's time or so, I'll be able to do another video and let you know kind of where we're at and what we think of the boxes from 1 through 3 in the next month or so. So really, I would recommend this for families and really just married couples that are looking to do something a little bit different than maybe the traditional tabletop game, because this is a pretty unique experience and one that my wife and I enjoyed. But I want to know, have you tried out Capture the Killer? If you have, let me know down in the comments below and let me know what you thought about the different boxes that you've tried, and maybe share some tips with me as well that'll help out someone who is not very good at puzzles. As always, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like this video, still hit the like button, but leave a comment with something I could do better. And as always, hit the hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. That way you're always up to date, especially with my next review of boxes 1, 2, and 3 in the next video. But until then, dear listeners, I will see you in the next video. So remember, be a deer, keep it locked here, and I'll see you in the next video. In the box. In the box? What's in the box? Alternatively, you can email Astrid directly and let her know kind of what you found out, or if you're having puzzles. The premise of Capture the Killer is that you've been asked by a librarian. If you missed out on episode 195 of the Reformed Gamers, you probably saw that you probably didn't see, because if you missed out on the episode, you wouldn't have seen it.